Straight to the escalating tensions on the Israel-Gaza border as thousands of Palestinians mark the first anniversary of the March of Return protests and the Land Day as well. Clashes have erupted at the border as Israeli troops fired tear gas. Protesters have been throwing stones and grenades on the Israeli side. Israeli tanks have been deployed on the location. These are live visuals coming to you straight from the Gaza border. Ambulances have been stationed at the Malaka camp in East Gaza City as protests are starting to turn violent. Earlier in the day, a Palestinian man was shot dead by Israeli forces ahead of the demonstrations. The weekly protests erupted last year over the Israeli blockade of Gaza. Notably, the anniversary of the weekly protests, or the Great March of Return, coincides with Palestine's Land Day celebrations as well. Land Day is marked to commemorate the 1976 protests against Israeli settlements in which 6 Palestinians were killed. And we are to Neri Zilber, a journalist and an analyst who reports from the Israeli side of the Gaza border. Listen to his perspective.
Well, I'm on the Israeli side of the Gaza border, about maybe a quarter of a mile away from the border fence. You obviously see a heavy deployment of Israeli military forces, as well as a lot of international and local press. Everyone has come down to see what exactly will transpire today. Obviously, 1 year to the start of the Gaza border protest marches. So far, as your correspondent mentioned, it has been relatively calm. So according to the Israeli authorities, there are about 20,000 Gazan protesters spread out around various points on the Israeli-Gaza border. But so far, the Israeli military has only used tear gas to try to stop the marchers from reaching the fence. And I think more encouragingly than that, we're hearing reports from inside Gaza that Hamas and other Palestinian factions have deployed their own security to try and keep protesters away from the fence and keep them safe.
And these are live visuals that we're bringing to you straight from the Israel-Gaza border. Thousands protesting and marking the twin anniversaries of the Land Day as well as the Great March of Return. And things are threatening to turn violent, and we will be keeping you up to speed on the situation on the Israel-Gaza border.